How do, and welcome back. Well, welcome back to me as well, because it's been a while. It's been about 3 weeks. I've just been really busy. uh, the garage roof collapsed in, and that's been a nightmare. Basically, in my garage, there's just the one roof. It's like diagonal. It's propped up against the wall, and it's 90 years old. And there's two big oak beams that go along the length of the garage. And well, I don't think I know. I do know what's happened. Water was able to leak in at the far end of the garage, opposite to the brew corner end. And where one of these beams goes into the brick wall, water was sort of like dripping onto the wood, and over time it's just rotted away, and then it just dropped. So I've got props up there keeping it up, but I'm going to have to get some builders to come in. But first, before I do that, I've got to gut the garage, and there's years worth of junk in there. I'm thinking I'm just going to get a skip and just put everything in. Probably need 2 skips actually. So that's going to take a long time. And then get some builders in, get some quotes, and hopefully I can put it down to house insurance, because it's an accidental damage, it's due to age. I think I'm covered. So hopefully, yeah, otherwise, my God, that's going to be a big bill because the whole roof will have to come off. 2 new beams will have to be put in, and they'll probably be using like steel beams these days. I don't think they'll be using oak. And then obviously a brand new roof to be put on. And you're going to have fine days to do that. And I've been told by, well, I've read weather forecasts we're going to be in for a very, very damp summer. So anyway. Oh, I've just been busy with everything. So that's why I haven't been making videos. But what it does mean is that all the beers that I've been brewing and that I've been showing and telling you about in the prior videos, they've now had a really nice long time to condition. And so I'm going to start doing some more reviews on the kits. At the moment, being in the garage is a bit dodgy. You know, it's raining and it's leaking. So I don't think I'm going to be doing any boiling for the present time. If we do get some fine days, I might do some outdoors, sort of like al fresco brewing, and set everything up outdoors in the garden. And because I do want to brew some beers, because the cherry tree in the back garden is about to produce the cherries, the fruits. They're just little small buds at the moment, but I think in about another month they're going to be proper cherries. And I've always noticed with these cherries that they've got this like cloudy white powder on them. And of course that's yeast. So I can make myself some wort up and put it underneath the cherry tree when the fruits are out and try and capture some wild yeast. So I do want to do some boiling this summer. But it's just when, basically, now with the garage pretty much out of action. But anyway, let's move on. So yes, a lot of my beers now, they've had weeks and weeks in the bottles, nicely conditioning. I haven't been drinking much either. So, you know, there's lots of reviews to do. And I'm going to start off with this one. Now this is... it's like a re-review. I didn't review it last time. It's the Cooper's European Lager. And I didn't review it last time because it's only 2 weeks in the bottle. And the instructions do say leave it about 90 days, which is a bloody long time. But someone told me that actually after about a month, 6 weeks, you're not really benefiting much. It's pretty much finished after about a month to 6 weeks. Well, this now has been 2 months in the bottle, and I thought, well, let's crack one open and see what it tastes like. After 2 weeks, I do recall it was all right. It was like a kit lager. But reviews on YouTube, on Facebook groups, forums, where people have actually left this to condition for 2 or 3 months, they're saying it's a really good lager beer, especially for a kit. So it's been 2 months now. It's had 24, that's 2 months in the bottle. It's had 24 hours in the fridge, so it should be, well, it is nice and cold. I've got a Star of Pramen mug. Let's get it open and see what it tastes like. Here we go. And yeah, I can put the whole bottle. I can put the whole bottle in the glass. That sediment must be really rock solid at the bottom now after 2 months. And there's the beer. Thin cap like a lager usually has, of a pure white head. Nice bubbles gushing up. It's a nucleated glass, so that's going to help. And a lovely golden colour. Really lovely golden. Okay, what's the aroma like? The aroma is like a lager beer. Like a macro European lager beer. With this I use both the lager yeast that comes with the kit. Coopers supply an actual lager yeast with this kit. And I also repitched some Nova Lager that I had. I saved it from a prior batch and I pitched some Nova Lager as well. And that just looks like a lager beer that you'd get in a pub. Right. And it smells just like a lager beer. Okay, let's take a taste. Cheers. Oh, that's nice. I haven't been drinking for a while, so I'm enjoying every single one of them that I've had recently. Oh, that just tastes like a normal lager beer that you would get anywhere across Europe. It's not a specialty sort of lager. It's not like a Bohemian Pilsner or a Munich Bavarian Helles, anything like that. It's just your bog standard European lager. Except I would say it's probably a little bit better than your budget range, like your Carlings and your Carlsbergs and things like that. It's got a really nice sweetness at the front. There's not much bitterness to, not much hoppiness to this at all. I'm not really picking up any hop flavours, but there is a nice little bitterness at the back end just to balance that sweetness, and then it finishes really nice and dry. So if you think about your commercial lagers, you're probably more like a Beck's than say a Carlin or a Carlsberg, because of that dryness that it leaves you with, which to be honest I like, because it just makes you want to have another sip. Oh, the difference between this beer and the one that was 2 weeks old is like night and day. They're 1,000 miles apart. You know, it's like, well, even more than that. It's like from here to the moon and beyond. They're just two completely different beers. Plus, of course, with this, I was able to pour the whole bottle into the glass. It's really compacted well down at the bottom of the bottle. That is really nice. And I know I've been watching some reviews on YouTube and Facebook groups, and they all say the same thing. You know, if you give this time, if you're just patient with it, you've got a cracking lager beer. Not a fancy lager beer, just your bog standard good European lager beer, like your macro lagers, a bit like a Beck's. That's really nice, and for the summertime it'll go down great. You know, if you've got friends round, and most people just drink lagers, don't they, these days? They're not even going to know that's a kit. They're really not going to know that's a kit. Oh. I've got quite a few of these left because I haven't been drinking that much recently, so I'm going to put some aside. I mean, I'm going to be drinking this weekend, but I'm going to put some aside and see what it's like after 3 months. I can't see it improving much beyond this because this is a cracking beer. Yes, after 2 weeks it's very noticeable, the difference, but another month on it, I don't think it'll make that much difference. And like I was told, after about the first month, maybe 6 weeks, you're not gaining much by just leaving it. So, but you know, it does say 90 days on the instructions, so I'll just put a few bottles aside and come back in 1 month's time and taste it again. But after 2 months, that's cracking. Anyway, other beers that I've got coming up, and like I said, because I haven't been drinking much, and because I've been away for quite a while, all the beers I've got now are really coming into their prime. They've had at least 3 weeks or a month in the bottle, and ready for tasting. The Kolsch, that must be coming up for a month in the bottle now. That's the Muntons limited edition flagship Kolsch. Also brewed, that's about 3 or 4 weeks again in the bottle, the Muntons flagship American Amber. Now, I did try one of those after 2 weeks, and I wasn't that happy with it, to be honest. In fact, I wasn't that impressed with the Kolsch when I took a quick, sample after about a week or 2 in the bottle. But as this shows, you leave them, and I think the lighter beers, you can leave them a long time, that they'll just change completely. So that the Amber and the Kolsch now, they're coming up for about a month in the bottle, so I'll do taste tests of them. I've got this Vickel. Remember that when I had the 2 cans, the Munton cans, using this Munton's create your own sort of recipe, and one of their pre-prepared recipes was the Zwickel, which is a German beer, and it's like a light Keller beer. That's had a month in the bottle, so that's coming up for a review. And then I've got some other things as well. Oh, I'll tell you what I'm going to do a re-review of, and that is the steam beer, because I thought I finished it all. You know, I've got these like milk crates that take these bottles very, very well. These 500ml bottles. There's 20 in a crate. They're like blue milk crates. And I finished a crate of this steam beer, and I don't know why I thought I'd finished the whole batch. Because obviously I was brewing other things and I was drinking other things, so I just thought I've finished all the steam beer. And I was quite sad because I really liked it. I really liked the steam beer. And then, because I've been in the garage trying to clean up and get rid of stuff, I found one of these crates. And I'm thinking, what the heck's in that? There's 20 bottles in it. So I tried one last night. And it's the steam beer. I've got 20, well, I've got 19 now. 19 of these left. And they've now had 3 months in the bottle, because I went through my history, and it was 2 months ago I did that review of the US Steam Beer. That's the festival US Steam Beer, and I enjoyed it then. And that was 2 months ago, and I think that was 2 weeks in the bottle. So that must be, and I've been away now for 3 weeks, so that must be at least 3 weeks, 3 months in the bottle. So, and it's cracking. It's a really nice beer. So I'm going to do a re-review of the festival steam beer after 3 months in the bottle. It just shows, you know, just leaving these beers to condition just changes them completely. Unfortunately now, because I haven't been drinking much over the last few weeks because I've had so much going on, I've got shed loads. I've got shed loads of beers. And they're all coming now into their sort of like their prime. I am putting another beer on this weekend. I've got it here. I opened it up. It came yesterday. And it's the Hampstead, what's it called? Hampstead Brewing Centre, where they're based in Birmingham. Now, I've never used one of their kits before, but I've heard nothing but good reviews about the Hampstead kits. And so I thought I'd get one, and it's a summer ale. Oh, that's another kit that's coming into its own. It's the Muntons Connoisseur Summer Ale. Again, it's another limited edition from Muntons on their Connoisseur range, which is 1-can kit. So I'm going to be doing a review of that. But this is the Golden Phoenix Summer Ale from Hampstead Homebrew, and it's Innkeeper's Reserve handcrafted premium ales. You get 3.6 kilograms of wort, which come in these sort of like vacuum packs, Zeus Verdi, I think it's called, that type of pouch. So they must pack it themselves. The extract, 3.6 kilograms in total of those. You get some hops. Unfortunately, it doesn't tell you what variety. Looks like there's about 28 grams in that bag. I will measure them and let you know. And you make a hot tea with this and put it into the fermenter when you're mixing everything together. And then it comes just with a normal sachet of, you know, your typical brewer's yeast that you get in any kit. I'm going to use that for the first, you know, because I've never used it before, this kit. I've never brewed it before, so I'm going to use what they give me. But you'll probably be better off just replacing that with something like a USO4, as it's an English style ale, or a USO5 if you want something a bit more cleaner. So I'm going to put this on in a few more days, and I've got so much beers to drink now, I'm probably going to be leaving that for another month in the bottle before I get round to tasting it. So everything's coming into its prime as I'm doing a taste test, so that's good. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm going to carry on drinking this, and hope you have a great day. So bye bye for now. I'll see you in the next video.